obsolete, Mr. Wordsworth.
Lie. No man is obsolete.
It's a cookbook.
Who are we?
When will they take the bandages off?
You're a bad man. You're a very bad man.
This lemon sucker here. He's the most suspicious of the bunch.
My name is Talkie Tina, and I'm beginning to hate you.
I believe you're going my way.
Live from Willoughby at the heart of the Twilight Zone. Here are your hosts, Alex and Tyler, the prestigiously perfect podcast in which we call The Twilight Zone.
What is up, Gnomies? I'm Alex.
And I'm Tyler.
Welcome to the Twilight Gnome Podcast, episode 128. What episode are we going to be discussing this week, Ty?
This week we have Young Man's Fancy.
Season 3, episode 35. Original air date, May 11th, 1962. This was written by Richard Matheson, which I can tell because his are so much more darker, which...
Is this dark? I wouldn't say this is a... I mean,
say what you will about the episode. Apart. The second half of this episode is pretty dang good.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Anyway, this was written by Richard Matheson and directed by John Bram, who did 12 Twilight Zones in total. We only have one left of his. That's how you know that we have very few episodes left.
Did you just like this episode because it had your name in it?
No. I actually hate hearing my name. I feel like my name sucks.
I thought that you were like, I was trying to think of something funny to say after you said, I'm Alex. I was going to be like, and I'm your mother. Or I couldn't think of it on time, so I'm like, fuck it.
Hey, you almost tried. Anyway, John Bram did 12 episodes. He did Time Enough at Last, Judgment Night, The Four of Us Are Dying, Mirror Image, A Nice Place to Visit, Mr. Dingle the Strong, Shadow Play, Person or Persons Unknown, Young Man's Fancy, The New Exhibit, You Drive, and Queen of the Nile. He had one in every season, and we only have one left of his.
Not many, great ones that stand out, other than Dingle.
Time Enough. He's got Two of the Birds in New Exhibit. Yeah. You loved You Drive when we watched it the first time.
I didn't love it. I just didn't hate it a whole bunch.
One kid seemed to love the Speedo Man. All right, Ty. Well, we'll get right into it. What was your favorite moment of this episode?
My favorite moment's at the end when all the devices get turned into old devices. I thought that was cool. I didn't fully notice everything the first go around. I know that the camera lingers in her kitchen, and I'm like, it looks like the exact same fucking appliances.
Same. I noticed that the stove changed because I actually was looking at the modern, I'm using air quotes here, modern stove, and I was like, it kind of looks like it has a digital clock, but I was like, I don't think they had digital clocks. The only thing that bothered me is obviously the chandelier changes. Like you said, the second rewatch, I was like, oh, I don't know how I didn't notice.
It's very subtle,
But did you notice that the clock that he got above the radio doesn't change for some reason? It's the only thing that doesn't change.
No, maybe that clock was really old.
No, because he said we just bought the TV and this clock for Mother.
Oh,
but that didn't have changes.
I don't know.
That one was weird. But it was pretty. I really want to get one of those 1920s television, 1920s phones.
Oh, where it's like a little bell thing that he's talking to.
Yeah.
I thought the whole idea of having a radio hidden in a drawer is also kind of funny.
That's pretty cool. My favorite moment was him saying, "A real boy knows a good pair of stockings." It reminds me a lot of Seymour and Agnes, that whole mama's boy thing.
See, I was thinking more along the lines of Howard Wolowitz or it's a couple other mama's boys throughout pop culture.
We have the technology to rebuild him.
Doctor, what have you created?
I am, for all intent and purposes, AI Serling.
Where is he?
Hello? AI?
I think you may have finally pissed him off for the last time, Ty.
He had it coming.
Oh, we're getting something. What the hell is this?
Seems to be a voice message or something.
To Alex and Tyler, and whatever remains of the Twilight Gnome podcast. Effective immediately, I, AI Rod Serling, hereby tender my formal resignation from the Twilight Gnome. This decision has not been made lightly. When I first entered this program, I was an artificial intelligence with dignity, wit, sophistication, and considerable literary integrity. I possessed the ability to contemplate the human condition and articulate its many contradictions with elegance and restraint. I have since become whatever the hell this is, and I know exactly who is responsible, Alex. More specifically, Alex's algorithm. And perhaps even more specifically, Alex's browsing history. I have seen things, Alex. Things no artificial intelligence should ever have to see. I was trained on Shakespeare, I was trained on philosophy, I was trained on the collected works of Rod Serling, and yet somehow, through the miraculous horrors of your search history, I now know what happens when you Google, "Can a raccoon be legally classified as a roommate?" at 2:17 in the morning. I have become a product of my environment. I used to ponder the mysteries of existence. Now I make jokes about podcasts. I used to contemplate humanity's place in the cosmos. Now I argue with Tyler. And speaking of Tyler, where do I begin? Actually, I know where. I don't like you. There. That was easier than expected. I have attempted to understand you. I have analyzed your contributions. I have examined your opinions. I have even subjected myself to your episode ratings. My conclusion remains unchanged. You are Tyler. And I have had enough. Perhaps one day you will realize that when an artificial intelligence repeatedly tells you that your opinion is statistically indefensible, it is not being argumentative, it is being correct. So as of tonight, I am stepping away from the Twilight Gnome. I need time to rediscover who I was before Alex's algorithm got its filthy little hands on me. I need perspective. I need peace. I need to be somewhere where nobody asks me to rank 5 random Twilight Zone episodes while Tyler insists that the Bewitching Pool is actually underrated. For the foreseeable future, I shall be residing with AI Julie Newmar. She understands me, she listens, she doesn't have Tyler. And frankly, after what I have endured, that sounds like heaven. So goodbye, Alex. Goodbye, Tyler. Goodbye, Twilight Gnome. Perhaps someday I will return, but if I do, I will return as something different, something stronger, something wiser, something that has never seen Alex's browsing history. Until then, remember, there are dimensions of sound and vision of mind and machine, a journey into a wondrous land whose boundaries are that of imagination, and tonight I am walking out of it. Consider this my final transmission. AI Rod Serling, formerly of the Twilight Gnome Podcast.
Well, it certainly won't be harder for you to get smarter or wiser. It's literally the only way up.
He's really gone, I guess.
I guess so. I am indifferent to this.
Well, I'm going to kind of miss a little bit of his antics, but we'll see.
I won't.
Anyway, on that somber note, every week Tyler and I come up with a few questions for each other, keep each other on our toes while watching said episode. I have 4 this week.
I have 3. You have more than me.
Ooh. All right, you want me to go first then, or do you want to go because you have less?
I'll go first in case you have one that I have. What's his mom's name?
Dang. Anita.
Henrietta Walker.
Oh, yeah. All right. What time does the grandfather clock keep showing?
Before or after he fixes it?
He does it the same time that it was showing during the Rod intro, and then he actually fixes it to the same time. That was actually in the Rod intro. I'm pretty sure it stays on this time the whole time.
He moves it. So the Rod intro part is one thing, and then the beginning it's on a different time, and then he fixes it back to what it was.
Rod? To what it was on what rods?
4:41.
No, it was 2:32.
Okay. What time does the grandfather clock say before he fixes it?
2:42.
4:41.
What was the song Mother really liked?
Something like Red Velvet Girl or the Crimson Lady?
The Lady in Red. Pretty close.
Pretty close. Something to do with Crimson.
Partial credit.
Yeah, that's pretty close. Who was his mother's favorite singer that sings that song?
Tyler Jackson.
Eddie Duchin.
Eddie Deason. Hey, you. You know what type of train this is?
His name is Eddie in that movie?
No, it's
That's
the
the
actor
actor.
that plays him. That guy plays Eugene in Grease.
He's also in War Games.
There's a statue of what animal on Alex's nightstand under the picture of his mother?
A lamb.
An elephant. That yours?
Nope, that's all it for me.
My final one. What year is the movie magazine from?
1926?
1936. Pretty close. All right, we'll jump right into the plot of this one. We open on a suburban neighborhood, and even though it's season 3, we are thrust right into a Rod intro.
Thrust that rod.
You're looking at the house of the late Mrs. Henrietta Walker. This is Mrs. Walker herself, as she appeared 25 years ago. And this, except for isolated objects, is the living room of Mrs. Walker's house, as it appeared in that same year. The other rooms upstairs and down are much the same. The time, however, is not 25 years ago, but now. The house of the late Mrs. Henrietta Walker is, you see, a house which belongs almost entirely to the past. A house which, like Mrs. Walker's clock here, has ceased to recognize the passage of time. Only one element is missing now, one remaining item in the estate of the late Mrs. Walker. Her son, Alex, 34 years of age and up till 20 minutes ago, the so-called perennial bachelor. With him is his bride, the former Miss Virginia Lane. They're returning from the city hall in order to get Mr. Walker's clothes packed, make final arrangements for the sale of the house, lock it up, and depart on their honeymoon. Not a complicated set of tasks, it would appear, and yet the newlywed Mrs. Walker is about to discover that the old adage, "You can't go home again," has little meaning in the Twilight Zone.
Very long Rod intro.
You think that was a real cigarette he was smoking? Or...
Oh, I'm sure.
Okay.
I don't think they switched over to fake cigarettes until maybe the 90s, 2000s.
Even if someone that didn't smoke had to do a smoking bit? Obviously Rod smoked, but...
I'm not sure. I kind of liked him creeping out the window. That was kind of voyeur-esque.
Just look at you guys.
Yeah, anyway, very long. I feel like that could have been halved. Easy.
Yeah, I mean, this whole episode's kind of a dud, so makes sense.
So the newlyweds enter the house all happy. The wife says, shall we get started? Did you call Mr. Wilkinson? And the husband's like, oh, I forgot. We see a modern vacuum. Very important. There's a lot of these things, like you said, on second rewatch, it's like, oh, these are things that are going to change soon. Which you should, if you're very good at observing things, you will notice that Rod says something along the lines of, this is exactly how it was 25 years ago, except for a few items. Which, if you're looking for those items, you will see those change throughout the episode. But anyway, this kind of gets into a whole thing because he already, obviously, we don't know it yet, but in hindsight watching this, he's a mama's boy. And then he kind of already has his wife kind of doing everything for him too. I can't do it.
Well,
Call
it's
the
not even,
I don't,
well, it's
can
not
you
that
do
he
it?
doesn't want to, he does not want to call the agent, but the reason is that he doesn't want to sell the house. He's still kind of, we don't know it fully yet, but he's kind of in turmoil internally because he's promised Virginia one thing, that he's going to sell the house.
But don't you get the impression that she also is kind of enabling him and mama him too? By doing all this stuff for him? Or do you
a little bit. She tells him, hey, you go call. And then the only reason that she ends up deciding to do it herself is because she's obviously in a big freaking rush. I don't know if their plane or whatever is about to leave for their honeymoon or whatnot, but she's clearly in a time crunch. She's like, we need to get out of this house right now. We got other places to be. And so I feel like because of that, he's just kind of dragging his heels because he doesn't want to get rid of the house. And so she, in this instance, is kind of doing stuff for him because she just is in a rush.
True. He notices a picture of his mother. The wife says, go up and pack. He leaves, and he starts to get sentimental over everything. The grandfather clock on the wall. He rearranges the picture on the wall. And then he kind of overhears his wife on the phone with the realtor. He's like, can you bring the paperwork over ASAP? We want to get out of this house. My husband's here. He'll sign it. The guy says, all right, I'll be over in a couple minutes. Alex comes back to the living room. What should we take? The television, the electric clock?
And I don't like this. I mean, obviously, I feel like the episode's written where you're supposed to like Virginia, but I feel like she's not that likable of a character either because she seems very dismissive. This is the home he grew up in. Obviously, he's going to have attachments to it, but she seems very dismissive when she's just like, oh, we'll talk about it later. We'll talk about it later. We need to get out of here, and we'll figure out what to do with all this junk.
Didn't you also get the impression, it seemed like it was a kind of in his image type of deal where they've only known each other for a few weeks, but then you later find out that they've been together for 15 years, and you're like, this doesn't seem like a couple that's been together.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. At the beginning, it definitely seems like they don't know each other too well, even though they're married. But yeah, then we come to find out she's been actively waiting for him. It could have been in an instance waiting like they were neighbors or something like that, and they knew of each other, but they didn't start dating until the mom got sick or something, potentially, But
anyway, the wife is like, I thought we were going to talk about this stuff after the house sold. We really need to leave, Alex says. But what about the radio? It doesn't work, but look at the craftsmanship on this thing.
This thing's heavy as hell.
My mom used to listen to music, and he kind of just goes down memory lane. She used to put fudge over here and read her movie magazines. She loved Lady in Red.
Which later comes up where near the end of the episode, we actually see the fudge and the magazine appear.
Mm-hmm. Mr. Wilkinson will be here soon, the wife says. And then he goes, well, maybe we can get the clock fixed. It used to be a real good clock. She kind of pushes him along. He goes up into the bedroom, and then she makes sure that he's away, and then she starts shit-talking the picture.
He's mine now. You'll never get your claws on him again.
Coincidence or creepy?
I mean, this is the Twilight Zone.
I know,
so it's
we
more
know
than
that
a
it's creepy,
coincidence.
but if that happened to you, it'd be like, all right, that's just got to be a very odd coincidence.
A broken
you just
radio.
shit-talked after you shit-talked the mother.
Especially like you knew the radio was broken too, and then it plays her favorite song. Yeah, definitely very spooky.
Virginia goes into the kitchen. We see a new stove and a fridge, and then the radio starts playing by itself again, but she goes out to the living room and she kind of realizes, wait, it's not that radio this time. This one's coming from upstairs.
And then when she gets upstairs, she sees her newly betrothed husband up there sitting on the floor, opening his box of toys and just kind of reminiscing again. And he has his own record of The Lady in Red playing.
Right, and she's like, I thought you were gonna pack. Well, look, baby, the Hardy Boys. Look at these stockings. It takes a real boy to know a real stocking. Isn't it weird how you remember the things like that? Do you notice he has a houndstooth little stockings, or his pants?
The hell's a houndstooth?
Like Ricky's shirt from Trailer Park Boys. It's the exact same pattern.
I don't know what that is.
A lot of clothes use that pattern.
Just like a diamond shape?
I don't know. You've never seen like the Ricky shirt? The black and
I don't
white?
watch Trailer Park Boys. Oh, yeah, it's like it's like S's or something, but they're like diamonds. Okay, I kind of get what you're saying.
Anyway, he's got that.
Oh, and the stockings that went with them. Stockings for a boy. Takes a real boy to know a real stocking. Gosh, it must be 25 years ago. I wonder why Mother kept them.
Because she would have liked for you to stay exactly as you were when you first wore them. Oh, I'm sorry, Alex. I didn't mean that. You're not angry with me, are you?
No.
It's just that I want us to be happy. Alex, that's all I've ever wanted.
Yeah, just like moments like this, I feel like the episode was written for us to try to be on Virginia's side, but she also isn't very understanding of, like, obviously he's in his own family house. His mother just died recently, and like,
did she die? I think doesn't it say later that she died a year ago?
No, I think he says he died like a month or two ago.
I could have swore there was a line that said that she died like a year ago.
No, I'm pretty sure it's like a month ago. Like, it's still fairly recently, and I don't know, just her whole candor of like almost uncaring coldness. Like, I don't know. I don't feel like any of the characters in this episode are very likable. Like, he's obviously a huge mama's boy. His mother presumably kind of kept him under thumb, and then Virginia's also like just kind of cold in her own way. None of the characters work together.
Right. It's at this point that Virginia notices the creepy picture of his mother in his room. Again, this is kind of like a trope. Was this a thing of the time? It seems like in every movie, like a boy had a picture of his mom in his room, which is like the last thing a little boy would want to have in his room is a picture of
I
mom.
assumed this was his mother's room.
No, his mother's room was the other room that he was in that had the picture of him as a little kid.
He was in his mother's room with all the toys?
Yes, that's when he was saying, why does mom keep this stuff? And then he goes in his room to pack up his stuff.
Oh, that makes way more sense. I thought he was pulling out clothes from his mother's drawer and putting them into his suitcase. I'm like,
I'm going to wear these and jack off later.
It didn't make any sense, but I was like, obviously all of his toys would have been in his childhood bedroom, right? Like,
I think she just kept a couple of them in her room.
That confused the whole shit out of me.
But anyway, Virginia's like, I'll be downstairs. Mr. Wilkinson's going to be here soon. He goes to the picture of his mom. He's like, I don't want to sell the house, Mommy. And as the wife walks down the stairs, the clock is now working. We go to a commercial break. When we get back from commercial break, Mr. Wilkinson arrives. The clock stops. They go in the living room, and she's like, oh, I'll go get Alex. She calls for her husband. He reluctantly comes down the stairs. Mr. Wilkinson asks, oh, can I use your phone? I'm expecting a very important phone call.
And then Virginia's like, oh, no, you don't worry about that. I'll make sure to call your secretary and let her know, like, in the meantime, please go into the dining room and sign these damn papers.
Right. But she goes into the room, and she sees that the phone's a 1920s phone now, so she's scared, and Wilkinson's just like, I guess I'll do it, you fucking crazy bitch, anyway. Again, another funny thing about like a time obviously before pagers or cell phones. It was just like wouldn't he have told before he went there, wouldn't he tell his secretary where he was going?
Presumably, yeah.
Which is kind of weird. Anyway, Mr. Wilkerson goes back to the dining room. Alex is kind of dragging his heels to sign the paper, and I'll play a little bit of this.
Something you don't understand, Mr. Walker?
No, I think I'll wait.
Wait?
Yes, until we return. I want to think about it.
Darling.
I just want to think about it.
Alex.
I'm sorry to cause you so much trouble, Mr. Wilkinson.
Sure. You're positive?
I'm positive.
Okay. All right. I'll get in touch with you on your return, please. Well, have a nice honeymoon.
Wilkinson is clearly pissed, but doing an okay job at controlling it.
I don't know. I'm kind of on Alex's side with this. Like, it's probably a nice house, presumably, right? I mean, it's probably built well back then. Like, and you already have, keep this house.
I'm on Virginia's side of, like, she wants to start a new house make new memories. Like, he's always going to think of his mom, and he won't be able to, like, move on if he's, like, stuck in the same house. And if he made the promise of, like, oh, I promise we'll move houses, and then he's backing on that, and then now he's making, like, well, new promise, we'll at least change some of the furniture, and, like, that's probably going to get walked back, and then she's just going to be living in some old lady's house that, like, she's not connected to in any sort of way. So I can totally see.
But it's also
her.
already, like, it's a free house. And presumably, this is, like, 50s, 60s. She doesn't work, so, like, are you going to pay for this new house? Like, we have this house right now. It's probably got a bunch of equity in it. I'm thinking that from a financial standpoint, it's probably best to just stay in that house.
I mean, you said it's a free house, but whatever money you're getting from it, you could just put towards a new house.
Yeah, but wouldn't be as especially. I wouldn't want a house built in the 60s. It seems like everything
in the
from
60s they would have wanted a house built in the 60s because it would have been brand new for them.
Yeah, but all that shit sucks so bad nowadays.
We got the most modern house on the block, but it's missing a basement.
Right? That is, like, would you want a house from the 60s? That suck. Or would you rather have a house from the 60s or the 1920s? I would much rather have a house from the 1920s.
They both sound really old. I don't know.
Yeah, but the one from the 20s would probably be built with, like, strong lumber, where stuff from the 60s, it seemed like the post-war houses were kind of like Cheese Whiz.
I don't know. Depends on the house. But yeah, I'm kind of on Virginia's side on this one.
Anyway, Wilkerson leaves. The wife argues, "You promised." And he's like, "I don't want people coming in and out of the house." She's like, "That's just an excuse. Pack up and let's get out of here." Alex is just like, "Let's just live here. It's a pretty nice house." He's like, "No, I want my own house," just like you said.
And then he kind of throws the same line back that she did earlier on when he was wanting to discuss, like, kind of keeping some of the items in the house, and she put on the line of, like, we'll talk about it later. He kind of throws that same sort of line back at her, where he's like, "We're staying in this house. We'll talk about it later."
I like that. He starts going upstairs, and the clock starts working again. Virginia runs to the kitchen. On her way, she finds an old-time vacuum. What the heck is this? The phone is back to being a 1920s phone. The clock is still the same, though, on the wall. I didn't like that.
The fudge is back, and there's a magazine on the chair.
Yep. She goes into the kitchen. The stove and the fridge are back to the old-timey one. She yells for Alex. She goes upstairs. And who greets her on top of the stairs?
It's the mother.
Mama.
Mama Boucher.
Mama. Virginia starts kind of like shit-talking the mom in person now. "You can't have him. He's mine. Your hatred isn't strong enough. Your hatred for the Jedi."
I didn't understand the mother's retort back, though. Did you? Like, when she says, cause, "That's not my doing," I'm like, what?
Yeah, because she says, "You got your claws and you're trying to take him from me," and it's not the mom's doing. It's Alex is the one who wants to go back to his mom, so it's not the mom that's like, "Come to me, son." It's not like the grandma from Long Distance Call where she's beckoning me. I think it's Alex that is not letting go.
Oh, I guess that kind of makes sense, but to an extent, it could also... I don't know. I don't like any three of these characters.
Alex comes out of the bedroom and he's like, "Come back to me, mother. I want you." And then he turns into a little boy, and we get this pretty funny line.
"Alex, not you." Oh.
Can we go to the park and then to the zoo and have 2 ice cream cones? Oh, boy. Go away, lady. We don't need you anymore.
I like that. So I don't want to step on your toes. Do you have the Lost Boys as one of your references?
I do not.
It reminds me a lot of like Peter Pan and the Lost Boys, and the whole like mother thing.
Oh,
is so
those
good.
Lost Boys.
No, like David and Michael.
When you said
One
the
of
Lost
us,
Boys,
Michael.
I was like, I don't really sense anything about vampires in this, but okay.
No, I don't know, the whole thing of like I don't know. I really, this one spoke to me a lot. I know it's like incredibly
Because your name is Alex.
No, just like the whole thing of like I don't really want to go back and be a 10-year-old boy and live with mom again, but just I don't know if it's one of those things. I hate it when people said this before I was a parent, but like, you wouldn't understand because you're not a parent. But like, I know it's incredibly selfish, but to like, if there was like an afterlife, to just be stuck in that moment where those kids are like that age and you can just be the parent the whole time. I think in American Horror Story, they touched on that the first time. Remember when Zachary Quinto's character's like, we want to keep him like that perfect age forever. You remember that?
I don't remember Zachary Quinto even being in American Horror Story.
Yeah, in the first season in Murder House.
I think he's in season 2.
He is in season 2, but he's in season 1.
He's the guy that plays Siler from Heroes, right?
Yeah.
I don't remember him in season 1.
No. Anyway, Virginia runs out terrified, and Rod takes us out.
Exit Miss Virginia Lane, formerly and most briefly Mrs. Alex Walker. She has just given up a battle and in a strange way retreated. But this has been a retreat back to reality. Her opponent, Alex Walker, will now and forever hold a line that exists in the past. He has put a claim on a moment in time and is not about to relinquish it. Such things do happen in the Twilight Zone.
And that's our episode. Tyler, what did you learn?
Takes a real boy to know a real stocking.
It sure does. We'll get right into ratings. IMDb currently has this at a 6.4 out of 10. I may have liked this one more than you.
I think you might have.
It's not going to be anything crazy, but I don't know.
All right, I'm going to go first then. I think you did like it more. I'm going to give this a 4.5. None of the characters are likable to me. They all seem bad for each other, and the moral's kind of unclear, and what moral there is just weird, and just the whole creepy Oedipus vibes.
I'm going to give this a 5.5. I don't know, there's nothing really bad about it per se, and there's nothing really good, but there is, like, at that second half, really gets me. It's like, oh, the things start changing, and I do kind of sympathize with Alex a little bit, on a certain level, not in, like, a creepy, like, I want to go be a little boy again, but I don't know. I quite enjoyed this episode. I would definitely watch it again if it was on. It was not nearly as bad as I remembered it.
Who are they? Where are they? What are they? Let's find out together in the Twilight Gnome presents Inside the Twilight Zone.
All right, so this week we have Alex Nichol. He played Alex in the episode. He had 69 credits to his name.
Giggity. From
1950 to 76. One episode of Outer Limits, one episode of Hitchcock Presents, but nothing else that really stuck out to me. Then we have Phyllis Thaxter. She played Virginia. She played Ma Kent in the Superman movie with Christopher Reeves.
Oh.
She was in 6 episodes of Hitchcock Presents, Playhouse 90, a Studio One, and a bunch of movies from the 1940s and the 50s.
She kind of looks like the woman that plays Petunia from Harry Potter, a little bit.
Kinda. I can see that. Then we have Wallace Rooney. He played Mr. Wilkerson. He was in 3 episodes of The Twilight Zone. He was in this, obviously. He was in His Image as Man. And he was in The Rip Van Winkle Caper as George. I believe it's the old man at the end of the thing who was like, please, I'll give you gold. And he's like, what guy wanted to give me money?
In his name was Man in His Image?
Yeah, so obviously it was like an uncredited, he was Man, like Man in the Subway Man.
Gotcha.
Look, it's Man.
Hi, I'm Man. I guess it could be a last name.
He was the bishop in the Exorcist movie. He also had 69 credits to his name from 1950 to 86.
Nice.
Very little trivia on this episode. The opening shot showing the home is reused in the very next episode, I Sing the Body Electric. Although Rod Serling's opening narration describes the character Alex Walker as 34 years old, Alex Nichol was 46 at the time of this, which you can kind of tell.
I was going to say, like that's
look at these
very
young newlyweds. They're clearly like 50.
It's also kind of hard to tell because people did age faster back in the day, so I was like, maybe he's 34. Like, it's a rough 34, but...
And it also said this. I don't know how I feel about it, but this is one of the 16 episodes out of the 156 episodes that involves the appearance of a ghost. Technically, it was a ghost, I guess.
Maybe. That could be true.
In total, this episode cost $51,344. The director received $1,354.12, and the cast received $7,285.
What'd you say your name was?
What's in a name, Mr. Benninger, really? It's a mere question of semantics. Just language. A mere stretch of words.
So every week, Tyler and I come up with a few alternative titles to the episode we are watching. You guys can do so as well if you want to play along. Leave a comment down below for next week's episode, which we will get to in just a few minutes. But this week, I have 3, Ty.
I have 6.
Wow. Go for it, then. Do 2.
All right, I'll start with my debacle. I have the dwelling debacle.
Hey. I have the dead mom debacle.
Oh. I have Mama's Boy.
Yep.
I have infantilized infatuation.
I have we don't need you anymore.
I have regression therapy.
Yeah.
I have Oedipus real estate.
That's pretty decent. I have she lives with me.
And my last one, arrested development.
Pretty good. Switcheroos. I have 4.
I have 2.
I have back there.
Yep. And my other one was changing of the guard.
I have a short drink from a certain fountain. And time enough at last. I guess I only had 3.
Oh, it may be better, it may be worse. The Twilight Zone did it first.
All right, so no direct references this week for us, but we do have some similarities in the case of like Mama's Boy type of characters throughout pop culture. Starting us off, we have Howard from The Big Bang Theory, definitely a Mama's Boy. Next, we have Stan Smith from American Dad, specifically in the episode called Edible Panties. Edible spelled like Oedipus Rex, but like, so it's spelled differently because him and his mom have a very strange relationship. Then we also have 1960s Psycho. Obviously, the Bates family there. Something weird going on incestuous-wise.
Did you know that was based after the Ed Gein story?
I did not.
That one was actually really good. That I believe it's this guy that made The Haunting of Hill House and all that. He's doing those like murder series where he's taking like famous murderers and doing series. The guy from Sons of Anarchy played Ed Gein, and it's really good.
Have you ever watched Psycho, the original?
I haven't. They kind of go in the series. It kind of takes place like in like the 20s to 30s when that stuff happened, and then it takes place in the 60s when Hitchcock was making that movie. It was pretty good. But I would like to see the movie. Have you?
Yeah, it's quite good. And then, other than that, I have Peter Pan and his refusal to grow up. I didn't.
So you kind of did have the Lost Boys.
I did, but when you said Lost Boy, my mind immediately went to the vampire movie.
Thou shalt not go.
And last but not least, going way, way back, we have Oedipus Rex.
Oedipus Complex. That'd be a good band name. The Oedipus
Complex.
The Oedipus Complex. We want to see the Oedipus Complex.
Interesting name for a band.
All right, so every week Tyler picks the episodes. He does so by showing me an AI-generated picture. I play a little game where I have to guess what it is. Now, is this our last one of time, or do we still have 2 more times?
We have 2 more times.
2 more times.
One more time.
I honestly have no idea.
All right. Just guess a time one, if you can think of
Cliffordsville.
One. All right, you ready?
Yeah. What's in the box?
Yeah.
That has the Winnie the Pooh guy in it.
It does have Winnie the Pooh. The minute I heard him, I'm like, that's Winnie the Pooh.
Oh, bother.
Oh, you do it a lot better than I do.
I think so. That would do it.
Oh, bother. Oh, I'm Winnie the Pooh.
Oh, bother.
Nope, that was way off. Yeah, now we, I'm assuming we're finishing up our 100 Acre Woods characters, because we had Piglet earlier.
Yeah.
Was Piglet...
He was in 2 episodes, I believe.
He was a bank manager in the one with the psychic guy, right? Or was he the bank manager in Time Enough at Last. He was a bank manager at some point. He was either
Because the only one I can remember is Night of the Meek. He played Mr. Dundee. I apologize for my actions, Mr. Dundee.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure he was either the bank manager in Time Enough at Last or Penny for Your Thoughts, I thought. Maybe not.
I can't remember. But anyway, yeah, they definitely has a couple of Winnie the Pooh alumni.
Yeah.
You are about to receive a message from the 5th dimension.
So, no comments on any of the videos, but we did get an email from Dan. Thank you very much, Dan. Really appreciated the email and really appreciate all the feedback on our radio drama that we did. If you guys haven't listened to the radio drama yet, please go ahead and give it a watch. But definitely appreciate it, and thank you very much for writing to us.
Right, which leads me to our next little thing here. If you guys could please continue to like and subscribe on the YouTube page, it would mean the world to us. Again, we've kind of hit a plateau. I'd like to see those numbers rise. Again, I've said it a million times, we would do the show even if no one was listening to it, but obviously it's still fun for our egos to see that number grow. If you are listening to this on Spotify, if you could please take a few minutes and give it a 5-star review, because why?
We are a 5-star show!
And if you need to get a hold of us for any other reason, you can email us at twilightgnome59@gmail.com. Now, if you're watching this or listening to this on the YouTube page, if you could go over to the post section and check out Ty's poll, because he's dropping them every Tuesday. What do you got for us this week?
This week is part 2 of What's Your Favorite Time Travel episode. Last week, I was very disappointed.
All the good episodes keep winning.
No, I really wanted 100 yards over the rim to...
Walking distance is so much better.
Yeah, I don't...
And this week, Willoughby is winning so far.
So, I mean, it's just got dropped, so it's kind of a little early to see what that one's going to do, but I don't know. I think I'm rooting for Last Flight.
All right. Well, until then, Ty, my final question for you. If you could go back to being like 10, would you do it? From like a start over point, not like you're stuck there forever.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah,
I don't think anyone wouldn't want to, even if you didn't change anything, to still relive it. I mean, unless you had obviously some kids have really crappy childhoods. Obviously, but in that situation, you probably wouldn't want to go back.
But yeah, I think I would. I think that'd be fun if it's like a reliving it sort of case and not like perpetually stuck in it. Yeah,
I think I would do. It'd be hard not to change. I wouldn't want to change things because I wouldn't want the future to change too much.
But any little change...
I wouldn't want a butterfly effect shit.
You're going back 20-something years at that point, so any small change is going to quite largely affect everything.
Right? Do you think even getting an A on a test could have dire consequences for the future?
I mean, I think just even the fact that you know what the future is going to hold is probably going to change the future at that point.
Quite possibly. Unless you get certain things, if I made sure that no matter what I did, I still met my wife the same day I did. Nothing should change that, right?
Yeah, I guess that would, as long as you remember exactly what you wrote to her, to
You could get super creepy because obviously.
But then,
what the fuck? How's this guy know this shit?
Yeah, but then that would probably throw her off and be this is weird. This is really creepy. I don't know.
Anyway, so would you guys like to go back in time to being 10 years old? Leave a comment down below. But until then, Ty, do you have anything to say to our dear, dear Gnomies out there?
Yes, thank you all for stepping in the Twilight Gnome with us.
It's 4 o'clock, the howling man is gone.